Hello dear students, welcome to new chapter is a controlling. This is the first lecture of controlling. In this lecture we are going to discuss what you mean by controlling and features, advantages of controlling, the types of control, importance, steps and the objectives of controlling and the limitations of controlling. Okay, the controlling is one of the important steps of the management process. We're discussing the detailed elements of controlling, objective, important, limitations, steps regarding the controlling. These are the important contents of the first lecture of controlling. Okay, let us start. What do you mean by the term is controlling? The control is very important element. The control is a primary goal oriented function of management. What's the control? That means it's a monitoring. Sometimes it's like a monitoring. It's like a process of comparing the actual performance with the standard performance. There is two important performance. There is a actual and the standard performance. You're comparing the actual performance with the standard. The standard is established by your organization. You're comparing the actual performance and with the standard performance and take the find out the deviations and taking the corrective action. The process is known as the controlling. So there is establishing standard performance, measuring the actual performance and comparing the standard with the actual and find out the deviations and take the corrective action. These are the important elements of the controlling. Okay, according to Breach, controlling is a systematic exercise which is called a process of checking actual performance against the standard or plan with a view to ensure adequate progress and also recording such experience is gained as a contribution to possible future needs. This term is known as the controlling. It's like identifying the performance, measuring the performance and comparing with the standard, the actual performance and the standard performance and find out the deviation and take the corrective action. This process is known as the controlling. It's one of the important functions of management. Management point of view is very important function that measuring the performance of the employees. Okay, and here what are the important characteristics are the features of controlling. Controlling lot of the characteristics. This is the first one is a continuous process. The controlling is always a continuous process. Throughout the life of the organization, we need the control. We need to control the employees. Otherwise, the organization will be into trouble. So the controlling is always a continuous process. Controlling is treated as a continuous process. And second one is a management function. Controlling is a part of the management function. There is a planning, organizing, directing, controlling. So one of the important function of the management. Controlling is one of the important function of management to monitoring the activity of the employees with the help of the control. And second one is the management function and it's a forward looking. The controlling is always futuristic. Like the planning, controlling is always futuristic, deciding advance what should be done in future. This is a forward planning and forward looking is one of the important characteristics of the controlling. And third one is a corrective process. The controlling is like a corrective process, then identifying the performance. That's a measuring the performance and comparing the actual performance with the standard performance and find out the deviation and take the corrective action. And one of the important characteristics is a corrective process. Controlling is always a corrective process. It's related with the planning. The planning and controlling is closely connected. The plans are taken the right way. The controlling is properly improved. Definitely, the controlling will be improved. So it's like related with the planning. The planning and controlling are mutually connected. That is another important character. There is a mutual connection between the planning and the controlling. And another one is it helps to achieve the organization goal, the maximization of the profit, minimization of the cost. You can easily achieve the goals with the help of the controlling. Therefore, its tool is used to achieve the organization goal. Another optimum utilization of the resource, man, material, machine, money, all of the important resources of the organization. So controlling is with optimum utilization of your the resources. So your resources organized. Money is the most wanted resource for the organization. The controlling always have to effectively utilize the men for the benefit of the organization. Next one, it is evaluate the accuracy and the standard. The standard performance, very important element. The organization must be create the standard for the every works. So evaluate the accuracy of the standards in organization. That's another important characteristics. It's evaluate the accuracy of standard. It also set the discipline and order. Definitely controlling is improve the discipline. It's a factor obey the rules and regulation. It's the inner force for the obey the rules and regulation. Definitely the controlling ensure the discipline and order, systematic order, right thing, right way. There's order. And there is motivating the employee morale. So motivation morals are improved with the help of the controlling. The controlling is very important for the success of your organization. And suppose top level manager can easily motivate with help of the controlling and is improve the morale of your the employees. Another one is ensure the future planning by the revising standard. Suppose standard is outdated, you can be improve your standard. With help of the controlling, you can be set the new standard for the new performance or the new elements. So ensure future planning by revising the standard. And another one is improving overall performance of organization. Definitely controlling is improve the overall performance of your the organization. It also minimizing the errors. Identify the correction and take the right actions against this correction. So minimizing the errors. These are the important characteristics of the controlling. It's like a continuous process, management function, forward looking, corrective process, related planning, helps in achieve organization goal, visit optimal utilize the resources, evaluate the accuracy of standard, set the discipline and motivate the employee and morale, ensure the future planning, improve the overall performance of organization, also minimizing the error. These are the important characteristics of your the controlling. Okay, what are the different types of control and advantages of controlling? A control is like a tool used for the management. The control can be classified with different angles. The first one, feedback control, then concurrent control, predictive or the feed forward control. These are three types of control. The first one, feedback. The feedback means a response oriented. The process in collecting information about the finished task and assessing that information and improving the same type of task in future. That's a feedback. And how you are responding to your work. The process involved the collecting information about the finished task. That's a feedback. It's a response oriented activity. It's assessing your the information, improve the same type of the task in future. How to improve your the same type of task. This type of the control is known as a feedback control. The Reliance is using the kinds of feedback control. A lot of the multinational companies are using the feedback control. It is a collecting information about the finished task and assessing this information and improvising the same type of task in future. That's known as the feedback control. The first control is feedback, and second one is a concurrent control. Concurrent. It's also called real-time control. The concurrent control is also not a real-time control. Check any problems, any exam, and examine, take action before loss is incurred. Concurrent means it's a real-time control. Check any problem and examine. It is also action before any loss incurred. It's like a control chart. That means it's examining any action before loss is incurred. This types of control is known as the concurrent control. And second one is a concurrent control. The second one is your concurrent. The first one is a feedback. And third one is a predictive feed forward control. This type of control helps to foresee the problems ahead occurrence. Therefore, the action can be taken before such circumstances arise. This is a futuristic forward type of control. Can identify the problem before. That is a futuristic format. Therefore, action can be taken before such circumstances. With a lot of the issue, there is possibility for the issue. Suppose after the 5 years, we can face a lot of the problem. The management understood that after the 5 years, we have to face a lot of the issue. And how to control this issue? This is a futuristic oriented. Therefore, the action can be taken before such circumstances arises This type of control is known as a predictive or the feed forward control. These are the three types of the control: feedback control, concurrent control, predictive or the feed forward control. These are the important types of control. And after the what are advantages of the controlling? The controlling is to identify the performance, comparing the actual with standard, and find the deviation and take the corrective action. And what are the advantages of this controlling? The first one is save the time and energy. Definitely your controlling process save the time and energy of your the employees and organization, reducing the cost. It's allow the manager to concurrent means concentrate on the important task. With the help of controlling, you're the any level manager, field level manager, function level manager can concentrate on the some important task. Is improve the concentration in your the work. The controlling is also improve the concentration in your the work. Second one is allow the manager concentrate on the important task. And third one, help timely corrective action to be taken by the manager. The right action at right time. With help of the control, you can take the right action at the right time. Have to timely corrective actions taken by the managers. That's another important element of the control. Have the timely corrective actions. And another one is manager can delegate tasks so routinely can be completely subordinate. Can be delegation is possible with help of the controlling. The controlling always facilitate the delegation. You can delegate the works to the subordinate with help of the control. These are the important advantages of the controlling. Save the time, the energy, allow the manager to concentrate important tasks, helps to timely corrective actions, and the manager can be delegate the work. These are the important advantages of the controlling. Okay, these types of control and the controlling. And what is the importance of controlling? Suppose you are engaged in process controlling. What is the importance of the team controlling? The first one is the base for execution of the plan. The planning and controlling is always closely connected. In order to execute a plan, your organization, any field, you need the controlling. You must set a standard and also measuring the performance. So it's like a basis for executing the plans. It's execution of plans with help of the controlling. And second, achievement of already discussed achievement of the goal. In order to achieve the objectives of organization, goals of organization, the controlling is essential. Organize different types of goals, the short-term goal, long-term goal. In order to achieve these goals, or the controlling is essential. That is achievement of the goal. And decentralization of authority. Decentralization means the granting authority to lower level. The decentralization possible with help of the controlling. The delegation and simultaneously decentralization. The granting authority to lower level and ensure the performance of the lower level with help of the controlling. So decentralization of the authority is another importance of the controlling. Okay, in order to ensure the decentralization is controlling is essential. So every organization try to ensure the control before the decentralization. Another is the basis for future. So also planning is a future oriented. Suppose in order to take any action in the future period, you need the control. You have to step out. Step out your controlling process. It's like a basis for the future action. That is another importance of controlling, the basis for the future action. It's very important for orders and discipline. In order to maintaining the order in your discipline in your organization, the controlling is essential. The proper system, right order, right things. It's a rules and regulation to obey the inner feeling, discipline. It's also relating with the controlling. So it's very important for the orders and the discipline. It's to promote the coordination. The controlling is always promote the coordination within your organization. Teamwork, team spirit can be created with help of the controlling in your organization. It's to promote the coordination, coordinated atmosphere within the organization. In order to promote the coordinated atmosphere, we need to focus on the control. And another cope with the uncertainty and change. There is a possibility for uncertainty, the risk in your business. In order to control your risk, we have to practice risk management techniques. And controlling is always beneficial to plan the effective risk management control technique and also cope up with your change. There's a cope with uncertainty and changes. And eighth one is boosting the morale of the employee. In order to motivate the employee for the better performance, the controlling is essential. So the motivation, morale of the employees can be improved with help of the controlling. This is the 8 importance of the controlling. There is basis for action and achievement of the goal. The decentralization of authority is the basis for the future action. Order and discipline. Promote the coordination and cope with the uncertainty and change. Boosting the morale of the employees. These are the importance of the controlling. Okay, so it's all the controlling is definitely minimize a lot of the errors in your the organization to improve your the performance and achieve your the organization goal. So in order to perform the organization effectively, must be focused on the controlling, and these are the importance of the controlling. Now what are the steps? And the mainly 5 important steps of the controlling. The 5 important steps. The first important step is the setting of your the standard, establishing standards. The first important step of the controlling is establishing the standard performance. These standards are basis for measuring your the actual performance. So every organization, the first set a standard for measuring the actual performance. This is a very important element. Suppose examination point, they have the certain standard. The first you set the standard, you know, to pass your examination. The first important element is establishing the standard. And second, measurement of the actual performance. And after this first step, the next step is the measuring the actual performance. The various techniques can be used measuring the actual performance, like a progress report, progress chart, observation, person interview. A lot of the methods can be used for measuring the actual performance. So first you set the standard, and after that measure the performance of the employee. Second step is the measurement of the actual performance. And third one, comparing the actual with the standard. And then you can compare your the actual standard performance is above or the below. Your the actual performance above the standard or the below the standard. And to find out the deviation. It's mainly for the find out in the deviation. So analyzing the deviation. And some deviations are possible in all activity. How the deviation must be properly analyzed, because it's relating with your business operation. And urgently compare the deviation and insignificant area. Corrected. Sometimes the deviation can be identified and take the corrective action. And along with the analyzing the deviation, and you take the corrective action. The last step of the controlling is take the corrective actions, and this also give the feedback, right feedback to the employees. The feedback is very important element. So the fifth step, we have to run with the feedback, correcting actions and the feedback. The last step in the process of controlling involve the taking the corrective action. It is a deviation with acceptable limit, and no corrective action is required. Suppose a corrective action is necessary, you have to take the corrective action. Then only give the feedback. Okay, then only you give the feedback. And these are the important steps of the controlling. The first step is the establishing the standard. Second step, measuring your actual performance and comparing your actual performance with the standard performance, analyzing the deviation and take the corrective actions and the feedback. These are the important steps of your the controlling. So the 5 important steps related to the control: establish standard, measuring the performance, comparison, corrective actions, and also relating with the feedbacks. Okay, the corrective actions are relating with the feedback, and these are the important steps of your the controlling. Okay, and after what are the objectives of the controlling? I'll discuss a lot of the importance and discuss about the objectives of controlling. The first objective is to ensure the activities performed in accordance with predetermined standard. To check your activities are performed in accordance with your the predetermined standard. This is first important objective. You must ensure your activities are performed relating with predetermined standard. This is the first important objective controlling. Must be ensure the activities. And second one, to know what is happening, what has actually happened in organization. What is happening in organization? What are the important objectives? What is happening in your organization? Whether there is any deviation happening in your organization, you must find out. So what is happening in your organization? The second important objective, what is happening? And third one, to determine the corrective action. Suppose certain unethical act is going on, take the corrective action. So required to achieve the organization goal. Corrective actions are necessary for achieve the organization goal. Determine your the corrective action and achieve the for achieving the organization goal. That's the third important objective. And fourth one is coordinate the diverse activities and effort. There are a lot of the activity in your organization. Possible lot of the activity. To coordinate these activities in organization, that's a part of your the control. Coordinating the diversified activity. to improve the efficiency of the operation. The controlling is very essential for improve the efficiency in your the operation. To measure the efficiency, minimizing the wasteful action, improve the efficiency. That's another important objectives of controlling. And another one, to ensure the work progress planned. It's very check your the works are progress as per according to your the plan. To check the works are progress according to your the plan. That's another important objectives with controlling. And finally, to evaluate the efficiency of your the organization and organization members. To evaluate the efficiency of your the organization and the organization member. Okay, these are the objectives of controlling. Ensure the activities, what is happening, determine the corrective action, and coordinating the diverse activities, improve the efficiency, and ensure the work progress and evaluate the efficiency. These are the objectives of your the controlling. Okay, and after that, what are the limitations? The limitations and elements of control. What are the limitations? Drawbacks of control. Suppose you are practicing the controlling, or what are the limitations? The limitations, the first limitation is the difficult in setting quantitative standard. One of the important steps for the controlling is fixing the standard performance. But it's very difficult to set the standard performance because a lot of the issues are relating with the standard performance. So the first important difficulty is the limitation, is the difficulty setting the standards. That's one of the important drawback. And no control, there is no on external factor. You can't control your external for the government policy, procedures, and natural calamity. You can't control the political background. You can't control. So you can't control your the external factor. That's another drawback of your the controlling. And there will be a chance for resistance from the employee. Sometimes there is a resistance from you the employees related to the particular plan. The resistance is increase, you can properly control. So because the control is some strict control, may be chance for the resistance. The resistance from the employee, that's another drawbacks regarding your the controlling. Then costly affair. It's very difficult to establish a effective cost control system in your organization. So it's a costly devices. It's a costly affairs. These are the drawbacks or the limitations regarding your the controlling. There's a difficulty in setting the organization standard, no controlling external factor, resistance for the employee, and costly affairs. And then finally, what are the elements of the effective control? What are the elements for the effective control? In order to ensure the effective control, we have to focus on certain points and certain elements. The control system must be suitable for the organization. The first one, the control system must be suitable for your organization. We are using the controlling and effective control system. This system must be suitable for your organization. Suitability is one of the important elements of effective control system. There's a suitability. And second, focus. The control system must be focus oriented. It's focusing on the particular deviation and find out certain things. It's a focus. It's a very important element of the controlling system. It must be focus oriented. And third one is a flexible. This may able to change according to situation. But a lot of the government policy changes in a change in the environment. So the control system must be flexible. It changes according to the situation. And another one is a reflection of the organization factor. The effective control system must be like a reflection on the organization factor. Organization characteristics must be incorporated with the control system. Let's see if reflection of the organization factor. And another one is the control system is objective oriented. It must be not a subjective, so always objective. Not used for the personal purpose, for the organization purpose. It's the objective. Another one is the simple and clear, easily understood. Control system must be very simple and easy to understand for the fellow workers and the workers within the organization. It's very simple. An economical element. It must be considered the economical factor. It must be cost, reducing the cost and possibility for the economical advantages. That is another important element for the effective control system. Is economical, less cost. And another one is acceptance. Acceptance from the employees, the organization member is very essential for effective control system. There is acceptance, and also motivate your employee. That means your effective control system must be motivate your employee for the better performance. Okay, and along with there is a lot of elements like the timelines, economy, flexibility, understandability, and the strategic planning and the multiple criteria. A lot of the other important elements relating to the effective control system. Okay, these are the important elements of the effective control system. Okay, let me conclude. The first we discuss what we mean by the term is the Controlling. A controlling is like a tool used for measuring your the performance. It's comparing your the performance with the standard and take the corrective action. This process is known as your the controlling. These are the important characteristics of the controlling, and this is the important characteristics. The first one is a continuous process, and like that related planning, ensuring you are the smooth performance, minimizing that. This is the importance of the important characteristic controlling. These are types of control like the feedback, concurrent, and predictive, and forward control. These are the important types of control. And what are the advantages? Save time, allow the managers, help them timely corrective action, and can be delegation. This is the these are the advantages of the controlling. This is the importance of the controlling. The basis for execution and is the achievement of the goal, decentralization, and after that discipline, promote the coordination, cope up with uncertainties, motivation, morale. This is the importance of the controlling. And steps, 5 important steps: setting of the standard performance, measuring your the actual performance, and comparing with the actual with the standard, analyzing the deviation, and take the corrective actions. These are the important steps for the controlling. Okay, this is an objective and efficiency, work progress, coordinate, and corrective actions, and to know what is happening in organization. This is the important objectives of your organization. So the objectives of the controlling. These are the limitations and the effectiveness of control. That's the first one is the costly devices, maybe resistance, and as per the effective control system must be suitable, focused, flexible, objective, simple, economical. So controlling is very essential for the organization. Your controlling is closely related with your the planning. The planning and controlling is closely connected. The effective control system must be set in your organization. This must be flexibility and ensure the focus. Now, and as a controlling point of view, one of the important element is your the setting your standard. Set your standard and measure your the performance and comparing the standard with the actual. Find out that you take the corrective action. These are the important elements of the effective control system. Okay, anyway, thank you so much, and thank you for watching me.